I love it. Go away. Oh my god. Have I got coronavirus? Just keep blending, blending. What do? We blend.
1, 2, 3, funk it.
My darling, I love you, 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 I love you.
Hey everyone, it's Emi Afiyet back again. This is my second video. Today I just did a little smoky eye look. I've just been feeling a bit not myself because I've not been able to go out. We're in lockdown. It's been a difficult time, but I thought why not sit down and do something that makes me feel good, which is do my makeup and also do a smoky eye, which is something that I classically always like to do, and also give you some tips if you're a beginner and you've never done a smoky eye. I hope you enjoy and let's get into the video. What we're gonna do is start from the beginning. Let me get my little headband. So I'm just gonna talk you through pretty much how I would. Say for instance, if I was going on a night out, back when Rona wasn't a thing, I would usually go for quite a full coverage foundation. So concentrate on the skin a lot, make sure that it looks really flawless so that if we take photos and stuff, it's just airbrushed. The eyes are quite important as well in that they just need to be like sexy and dark and, you know, just like smoky. I really love smoky sort of eyes that look really, make your eyes look really big. Usually I would always start with the eyes just because in case you get fallout, you're not having to brush dark colours off your skin and it ruins your skin. Right, what I'm going to do first is go in with Benefit Brow, which is just a pomade. And I used to love doing my eyebrows really thick and massive, but I think for now I'm going to try and do it a little bit more natural but still a bit more structured than usual, because usually I just go through with a brow gel. What I do actually use is the brush that's on this because it's actually semi-decent. What I usually do is I've got the Goof Proof brow pencil and I use a little spoolie on the end just to brush the hairs all in one direction. And then I take a bit of the pomade, rub it on my hand a bit because sometimes it's a bit clumpy. And I start on the bottom. This is just like a little impromptu brow tutorial, but excuse my brows at the minute actually because they've not been done like at a salon or anything for probably like 6 months. So I just draw a little line just to follow my kind of natural line along the bottom of hair. And it kind of gives you like that structured bottom bit. And then what I do is just do the same on the top. I have quite bushy eyebrows, so I don't really need to worry too much about volume of my brow. It's more just like the shape. So then I just start to sort of fill in more the end than the start of the eyebrow because otherwise it looks just like too blocky. And then what I do with the fluffy bit is sort of just do some strokes here upwards. So it just adds a little bit of shade. And then what I do now is take that spoolie again and just brush it. Like use that line that you drew at the start to brush from there upwards. Get even distribution of colour. And there you go. I know it looks really dramatic compared to this brow, but when the makeup's all done, it looks a lot better. I'm just gonna go off camera and do my other eyebrow and I'll be right back. I've got my other brow on now, as you can see. So now I'm gonna carve out my eyebrows with P. Louise base, which went viral like 2 years ago, but it's so good. What I do is I just take a little bit on my hand and I'll take a brush like this, flat brush, and then I just wanna carve not too sharply, but just kind of carve along the line where my hairs are. And then I start bringing it down and fill my eyelid in. So I'll just speed this bit up a little bit. So as you can see there, it's just made a really nice clean line where the bottom of my eyebrow is. And it's gonna be so much easier now when I do my eyeshadow. Now that both of our eyelids are primed, I'm gonna start on the eyeshadow. The palette that I'm using today is the Me, Myself and Mitchell palette from Beauty Bay. It's Mitchell's palette. He's an Instagram MUA and he's really talented. This is just like the perfect palette for literally any look that you want to do. Look how diverse the colour range is. You've got like all these warm tones here, all these cool tones here, and you have such good browns, and you've got a black, and you've got a white. And there's just so much you can do with this palette. And you get this cute little mirror that just like magnetically sticks in the middle. I think it's really cool. So what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna do a whole matte eye, but the inner corner is gonna be shimmer. So it's gonna be like a really dark blacky brown smoky eye that kind of just like pulls the eye out a bit as well. So it's going to be sort of in a cat eye-ish shape, basically just like a nice grungy browny smoky eye. So what I'm going to do is start with sort of a cool tone brown. We're not going to go right in with the darkest colour because it's hard to blend out, especially like black is really hard to blend out. So we'll go in with Monday, which is this shade, and we're just going to tap it basically on the whole eyelid. So you start in, bring it out, but you don't want to bring it too high up, maybe just above the crease. And also it's a good idea, especially with dark shadows, to like tap off the excess off your brush because it can get a bit messy otherwise. And then we're going to start taking it out a little bit. So that at the minute, it's going to look quite messy, but it's a process. You've got to trust the process with these things. So at the minute, you've kind of got like this triangular shape on the eyelid. So next we're going to go in with a little bit of a lighter shade, but it's still like a nice brown colour. We're going to go in with Meh, which is like such a mood because that's how I've been feeling like pretty much all year. We're just going to take this around the edges and sort of blend out the Monday colour. So now we've sort of blended that first shade out, and we're gonna build a little bit more on the eyelid and take a mixture of Mafia and Monday, which is the black and the brown that we used before. Just mix them together and then start dabbing that right on the eyelid just to build up the intensity. Keep just building up till you get kind of like a nice consistent colour all over the eyelid. So now that's looking even darker. We're gonna get a fluffy brush like this, and I want to get sort of more of a warm toned orangey colour, so I might take a bit of that and mix it with the yellow so it's not too orange. So Manchester and Mental, and just blend that all the way around the outside. And see what we get there is just like kind of like a nice gradient between brown, orange, and then a little bit of yellow. So it's kind of sunset-y-ish, but like not too dramatic. So we're gonna leave that as it is, and what I'm gonna do is do the other eye, and then we'll sort out our face, neaten this up a little bit, and move on to the rest of the makeup. Okay, I'm back. What we're gonna do now is just clean this a little bit up and start putting our base on. On my face as primer, I'm just gonna go in with the Farsali Unicorn Essence because we're putting on quite a matte foundation, and I just rub that all over the face and a little bit on the neck. This is the issue though, when you do your eyebrows first, then you have to like maneuver around them. What I usually do, especially when it comes to makeup that I want to last, I go in with this foundation. It is so good. It's literally called All Night Foundation, the Urban Decay one, and it is waterproof. It lasts pretty much all night, but if you use it on its own, it is literally like, it's really thick. So then what I usually do is just mix it with my other favourite foundation or something that's a little bit more dewy. I'm going to use the CYO Long Lasting Foundation, which is my favourite foundation, but it's been discontinued. And I usually just squirt a little bit of that and then add some of the Urban Decay in, like one pump of that, and then mix it. You'll see now like how flawless it looks when it goes on. See, this is so full coverage, like it's honestly just, it covers everything. Anything that's left, I just pat on the places that I need the most. And with this foundation, I don't even need to like spot conceal or anything, because otherwise it's just too, it feels too heavy because it's that like pigmented. See how good that looks? I love it. I put my headband back on because my hair was annoying me. But now we're just gonna do some cream contour. I'm just gonna use the Huda Beauty Tantour and get a little brush, dab it in, and just paint it. I usually put it a little bit high on my cheekbones as well because it makes the face look a little bit more lifted. I look like a Tim Burton character when I put this on. Just frame the face basically, kind of messily. Doesn't have to look neat. And then just do it along the sides and the bottom just to make it look a little bit thinner. And then I just blend this out with a brush. And there we go. Looks really nice and blended. And gives the illusion of a smaller forehead and nice cheekbones. So, look a little bit more snatched. I know a lot of people aren't that keen on blush, but I always like to have blush on it. I think it just like makes you look a little bit more warm and rosy and nice. I'm using the Mama Mitchell blush. Wait, oh, wrong way. It's a liquid blush and it comes on this little cute little doe foot. And I'll just put a bit on my hand. And you don't want to use too much of this because it is quite pigmented. So I'll just dab it onto my face. And you need to kind of blend it quite quickly. Oh, looks cute. I like this. I do love my blush. When I do put quite a bit of like blush or contour on, I usually just go in with my foundation brush and just pat it a little bit so it's not too mad. But now I'm just gonna powder my face. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty powder, Pro Filter powder in Butter. This is such a good setting powder as well. It's really, really like finely milled. It's really, really nice. Okay, so my camera battery just died, so I've basically not been filming for about an hour, but now we're back. So in the break, I put a tiny bit of concealer on my under eyes, and I'm gonna just powder my face, like I said, with the Fenty Beauty powder. By the way, if anyone's watching, let me know what you've been up to in lockdown because I'm trying to commit myself to YouTube as something to keep me busy, but obviously I'm studying at the minute as well, so hopefully I can manage, but you know. I'm just bored in general because I don't have the option just to go out if I want to go out, if you know what I mean. Like, I liked having that freedom. Now we're going to do powder, bronzer and blush. So I'm using this Kiko bronzer. I think it's one of those seasonal ones that they do every year, sort of at Christmas, and it's like so good. They pretty much do the same one every year. I don't understand why they don't just like bring it out as an actual product, but whatevs. So I'm just adding a little bit more bronze to warm the face, make me look nice and tan because I'm not tanned in any shape or form. And then I'm gonna get a smaller brush and just sort of contour my nose with it a little bit. Cute. With the same brush, I just take some blush. My favorite my favorite blush is the Milani Luminoso. There we go. It's looking good. Let's move on to eyeliner. Now with this look, I don't really do like a proper wing or anything like that. I just more do a liner along the upper lid to make sure that you can't see the lashes or the bottom of the lashes. So it's sort of just there to make sure that the lashes are hidden. I'm just gonna put a little bit of liquid black liner along the upper lash line. Now I'm just gonna put on my lashes. I've got these Tati lashes in TL4 and I'm just gonna do this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, lashes are on. They are quite dramatic. Let me just show you up close. Lower lash line, we're gonna do lower lash line now. So what we need, some black pencil liner. I'm just gonna put that in my waterline. There we go. And then I'm gonna get the same colours that we used before, essentially. So I'm going to get a quite small brush and use the black and mix it with a bit of the brown in the palette. And just blend that.
You mean bread and butterflies?
Oh, yes, of course.
And then we're going to blend that lower lash line out with the yellow and orange that we used to blend out dark colours before. There we go. I've got that nice smoky under eye to match the top. And I'll just go in again on the top and blend. Then with that small brush that I used for the lower lash line, I will just rub what's on it off on my hand. I'm going to use the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. It is such a gorgeous colour. I'm just going to pop that right in the centre. Look at how like bright that is. Beautiful. And then I like to add a little bit of this highlighter on the just under the arch of the brow. So I'm just going to highlight my face while we're at it. Use that same brush just to do the tip of my nose. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of mascara on my lower lash line, just for the sake of being like quick as well. I might forget to like mention all the products that I'm using, but I'm definitely going to link them all down below, so if you're interested, just check in the description. And then I'm going to use a little tiny bit of setting spray, just using the Smashbox Photo Finish one. We're going to go on to the lips. So I saw this weird technique on TikTok where this girl, she like pursed her lips shut like this, and then she lined her lips while she was doing that. So I'm going to try and see if it actually works, because it made her lips look overlined but not in a really like crazy way. I swear I use lip balm all the time, but because of how like cold the weather is at the minute, my lips are just constantly peeling. And I'm just going to use this Vive lipstick. It's quite a light nude colour, but I think with these sorts of looks you kind of want a light nude. And that's the makeup done. What I'm going to do is straighten my hair, make it look a little bit more presentable, because we're pretending, we are manifesting that I'm going on a night out, even though that's not happening because we're in lockdown. But we're just going to pretend that it's a thing. Be right back. Just going to straighten my hair now. Okay, and we're back. And the hair is straight. And we're done. And I just put a cute little crop top on and my Vivienne Westwood earrings. And this would be me usually on a night out, but alas we can't go out for a while. But you know, we can still chill, we can still look cool at home, we can still glam ourselves if we want to, because why not? We deserve it in these times. It's difficult, times are hard. Thank you for watching. If you've seen this, I hope I gave you some helpful tips of how to do a smoky eye, of how to maybe do your makeup in a certain way. And yeah, I hope you watch my future videos, but please subscribe if you want to. Please keep an eye out for any more uploads. I'm going to try and upload on a weekly basis, hopefully every Sunday. Thanks for watching. See you.